This is the class. This is so good. We have to record it. We just have to record it. It's just too good. So we're talking about B and M. And so what's B and M?
Bitch and moan.
This is for women. This is for women. If you're a man and you're listening to this, okay, the reason you're listening to this is you're acting like a woman. And so if you want to act like a woman, that's fine, but that's what it is. Now, so bitch and moan is, so you just want drama. You just want to feel like you're important. There's all kinds of stuff. So this is a great example. So Anita went ahead and so I wish we could go and relive the whole thing, but we won't live the whole thing. And so Anita we just got to something really good. So, Anita, have I disrespected your time?
I didn't say that it was you.
Well, I didn't say you said it was to me. I didn't say,
No,
Anita, you said that I disrespected your time. See, Anita, I'm not like
it wasn't
women
you.
who are defensive. I'm just not like them. So don't go ahead and put me into the category. I didn't say it. I was asking a sincere question. Did I disrespect your time? No.
No,
Okay, good. I was checking. See, this is what it is. This is what it's like to be an adult. An adult goes ahead and listens. And then they have an adult conversation. And so you think somebody's disrespecting your time.
yep.
You won't talk to them.
Not just my time. There's other people's times that get disrespected too.
Well, I think what we ought to do is make this into a problem that can't be solved. That would be so good if we can blow this up and make it into a problem we can't solve. Then we can we can hyperventilate. This is women. This is just this. If you want to know how men look at women, this is how men look at women. It just is. This is how women operate. It's just weird. So let's talk about one problem at a time. So you think people disrespect your time. Okay, good. All right, super. Are you going to talk to those people about it, Anita?
Probably not, because it doesn't do any good.
Right? It doesn't do any good. It never works. I'm just going to be a little child. Like, you don't see yourself as that, but that's how I see you. How do you know it doesn't do any good?
When you ask to have the information earlier, a little bit more time, and it doesn't make a difference.
Okay. So are you saying that you tried it and it didn't work once?
Tried it more than once.
Did you try it twice?
More than that.
You did it three
Like some
times.
common sense.
What's that?
Said common sense would tell you to give a person more time than just like less than an hour.
Right. Right. So what happens? How do I respond to you, Anita, when I don't think you have common sense?
I don't know.
How do I respond to you when I ask you to do something 2, 3, 4 times and you don't do what I ask you to do?
You let me know that you're irritated at me.
Okay. Because you can't change if you don't know. Do you have any idea what it's like to be do you want to be in full-time sales?
No.
Do you want to help people do you want to support people who are in full-time sales?
Not sure about that always.
Right. I mean, they're on the front lines making it happen for everybody. And you might be inconvenienced, I don't know, like once a month or once a quarter. I mean, they're out on the battlefield like every day fighting to bring in new sales and getting rejected and doing all kinds of stuff. And you know what? Do you think you're an entitled person?
Not usually.
But sometimes,
Maybe sometimes.
do you think you're being entitled in this situation?
No.
Are you open to that?
What? I mean, I guess it depends on I mean,
Do you think I'm open?
sounds like a trick question, actually.
Right? Somebody's trying to trick me. Somebody's trying to entrap me. Do you do that to other people? Do you trick them and entrap them, Anita?
Not intentionally.
Right. So as long as somebody doesn't intentionally trick or entrap you, you're okay with it. As long as it's not intentional, they're doing it, then you're fine with it.
If it keeps happening over and over and over, I'm not okay with it.
Okay. Hmm. So one of the things that just irritates the living daylights out of me about women is they don't talk to one another. They're not honest with one another. They wonder why they can't trust each other. It's because nobody is honest with anybody. They just aren't. And I get why, because there's so much drama and because women don't listen. And sometimes they make things so complicated. Like if you went ahead and talked to me and you went ahead and said to me, Mark, are you interested? Are you open to seeing where you're off or wrong or mistaken? What do you think I would say with you, Anita? Really? Takes you
I
that long
actually
to
don't know.
process it? What's that?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I'm always open. Always open. To not be open is just stupid. It's just stupid. What we're saying is, I'm not open to, having somebody because, I mean, did you watch the 2.5 minute video on Mark Boersma?
Yeah.
And where he says we often judge other people, by what was it? To judge them by their intention and us by our action or reverse of something like that. So we are hypocrites. Like we want people to be really patient with us when they go ahead and they train us and then they retrain us and then they retrain us again and again and again. We want them to be patient with us, but are we going to be patient with them when they need something in an hour? No. So we want other people to be patient with, so we don't have any empathy with them. We don't have empathy with what they're going through or the pressures that they're under or what they have to demand or what their demands are on what it is. It's the number one challenge that you have when you have people in sales and you have people that are in servicing or you have people that are in pre-sales or you have people that are in marketing. People don't understand. Everybody gets jealous of the salesperson because they make so much money. Well, you go into sales, you find out how tough it is. Well, I don't want to do that. Okay, well then don't complain. And then you support salespeople because if you don't support them, they're going to learn really quick that that person doesn't want to serve me. So I'm just not going to use them. And then you have your salesperson. What the salesperson does is the salesperson goes ahead and says, okay, I'll just do this. You know what? I'll just do this. You know what? I'll just do this. You know what? I'll just do everything. Because people don't understand. They just don't get it. And I don't know how to help people to get it. I honestly don't. So it goes back to, and this one gets put into the women's, with women. But this one's good for men too. Men have it more and more today. It's unbelievable how many men have the same issues. It's just crazy to me. I'm like, are you kidding? When you have an issue, this is the model we put together. This is the model we put together for where is it? Conflict resolution model. So this is a conflict resolution model. So you go ahead, and when you've been hurt by somebody, you got to approach them. You got to say, this hurt me. And then hopefully they go ahead and ask you, so Anita, how did that make you feel? And then you tell them, you're honest with them. So they study and they find out how that made you feel. Then you go ahead and you go in here and you say, okay, how can I make sure that didn't happen again? So Mark, you gave me less than an hour notice to do something. That hurt me. I felt hurt, taken advantage time-wise, whatever. So I'm like, okay, how did that make you feel? That's what I'm supposed to say. Okay. And so then I find out, so Anita actually thinks that I'm actually listening and care about what she's doing. And so then I'm going to say to Anita, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I will seek to never have that happen again. And who feels really, really good? You guys aren't very good at this.
Anita.
Okay. Anita feels really, really good. Who feels mistreated and abused?
Mark.
Okay, yeah, Mark in this situation. Why does Mark feel mistreated and abused?
Because Anita didn't ask the same question to you.
Right. Like, so after you go through this, Anita goes ahead and says, okay, thank you. Have I ever hurt you, Mark? See, there's layers. It's like an onion. There's an onion. And so I probably haven't told Anita issues that I'm having with her. Why not, Anita?
I don't know.
Really? See, that's okay, though. You're not stupid. You're just ignorant. Now you're not ignorant anymore. You're not going to be ignorant because I'm going to educate you on how to do it because I think you're fragile. So I think you're fragile. I think you're going to cry or you're going to get angry or upset or you're going to defend. You're going to 9Ds are going to kick in. So I'm not going to tell you my feelings either because I think the same thing about you that you're thinking about me. Fascinating, right? Yeah, Mark.
I guess.
Holy cow. Like, when did you develop this? 21 years ago in the Jerusalem Project. So then you go ahead to prevent conflict, go to the person who hurt you, you have issues with, do not go to others. Just don't do it. Do not go to others. There's a passage in the Bible that says that. If that doesn't work, then bring 2 to 3 leaders, other people that have the wisdom to sort through it. Why don't we do number 2 first? Because hopefully you can work it out between the person, but don't go to other people. Do not do it. Now, in my world, you can go to Elaine. You can go to Rosanna. You can go to Elaine. You can go to Elise. You can go to Nora. Because they are in a position where I trust them and they will help you either sort it out on your own where you won't have to come to me, or they'll go ahead and, help to encourage you to come to me and talk to me, or maybe they might deal with it with me without you. I don't know, but I trust those 5 ladies. I trust them to be able to do it. And if that doesn't work, you bring it before the whole team. Why don't you do that first? Because if you can deal with it, why are we bringing it before the whole team, making it part of the system? Because this is not about Anita. It's not about me. It's not about anyone. It's not about this situation. It's about how do you go ahead and deal with conflict? And ideally, you prevent it from happening. Do not become defensive. You ask yourself what percentage of what the person is saying is true. And then the person who is irritated or hurt, realize you've hurt other people. You just have. It's human nature. This is how it is. And so then you go ahead and look at it. The sniper, they go ahead and they pick you to pieces. So the analytic will go ahead and find one little thing. You just know it. They're going to find one thing that's wrong in your argument, and then they're going to dismiss the whole thing. That's what analytics do. they have a hard time accepting responsibility. Drivers, they become, so snipers are people that shoot at you. They pick you apart. The driver is like the attacker. It's like a tank. They'll just run you right over. When a tank is coming at you, what should you do? So Elaine and Nora intuitively know what to do with tanks when they're coming at them.
Probably run for cover.
Okay. You know, that's one strategy. You definitely don't explain yourself. Like they'll just run you over. They feel something's out of control, and likely the driver thinks it's your issue. And unfortunately, it often is. You know, that's why they're coming in your direction, is because you are not controlling things like you should. They don't want to control you. They don't want to control your situation, but you've allowed things to get out of control. The expressive dramatizes things. That's when things aren't fun. They're boring. They have a bunch of drama. So they create all this drama to go ahead and take away from the fact that they're the issue. They're the core of the issue. And then the amiable is when they're conflict, they become like poison. These are the ones that talk to other people, undermine other people. These are the ones that in an organization will say, you know, Mark, Mark's a nice guy. He's super nice guy, super smart. But I don't know. It seems like he maybe doesn't care, or maybe he's ruthless, or maybe he's, maybe he's this or that. So what they do is they undermine. So when you have high turnover in an organization, it's typically for one of two reasons. It's one, because you don't have the amiable, because they're the glue that holds it together. They're the natural healers. They're the ones that bring it together. Or two is you have an amiable that's bitter. And an amiable that's bitter or not healed or something, there'll be so much turnover in an organization. It's absolutely insane. So the only one that won't leave is the bitter one. They'll stick around. And you're wondering, why are all these people leaving? You get rid of the one person who's bitter. So you either help the bitter person heal, or you get rid of them, one or the other. Like you have two choices: heal and get it over, because we're not going to have HUAs that's going to become POSs that's going to turn this whole organization into an FOS. We're just not going to do that. That's not how we do things here. Any questions on this?
Nope.
So this has been really, really good. Thank you for the gift, Anita. This has been I've wanted to do this for a long time. Hopefully this gets put in the right place, and hopefully everybody watches it. Hopefully everybody internalizes it and being able to go through it. So if I am hurt by somebody else, have I hurt you in any way, Anita?
Depends on the definition of hurt.
Right. So that's really good. So Anita she and I are best buddies. If you ask her how much she likes working with me, she'd say an 11. I'm sure she'd say it. So what happens, I think, with Anita, what's that?
I don't think so.
You will eventually. You'll see your heart will be healed. It will. Your heart's going to be healed. If you stick with it. If you quit, then it won't. But if you stick with it, your heart's going to be healed. And when it is, it's going to be purified. And when it is, you're going to see things you've never seen before about yourself first, and then you're going to see it about other people. And so I think I'll close with this, because this is really good. This comes from the friendship one. And Rosanna did this on Friday. When trauma gets triggered, you don't act your age. You act the age your wound was created. So Anita is wounded. We all are wounded. I'm wounded too. I might be the most wounded of everybody. Think of it this way. Your mind is a house, and somewhere in this house, there's a locked room that you haven't opened for years. Something happened in that room when you were 8, 14, the younger version of yourself. Something happened in that room. So what you did was turn off the lights and shut the door and kept on living in the rest of the house. But the room doesn't disappear, it just waits. The, the moment something enters into your mind and it sounds like that old fear, that door comes barreling open, and all of a sudden you're right back at the age that the hurt happened. And that's why you shut down. That's why you panic. That's why you get defensive, because it's never today's version of you reacting. It's still the younger version of it's still the young version of you trapped in that room that never got to finish the story. But here's the thing. True healing is not pretending that the room doesn't exist. It's walking back into that room, turning on the lights, and making sure that the younger version of you finally feels safe. Because when you do that, you stop reacting at that younger version of you, and your reactions finally start growing up with you. And when you stop acting like that entire room doesn't exist, you take your entire house back. And so that is so cool. That is what Roseanne is seeking to do. That is what Nora and I are seeking to do with your voice in my headset. That is what we're seeking to do on friendship, because you can't have truly deep friends. What often happens is friends come together and they all have the same room that they're ignoring. They have the same room, and so they all come together based on mutual trauma, and they call it trauma buddies. So people connect based on trauma, and they think there's friendship, but it's just trauma. And so when we heal, the whole house becomes available, our whole capability of who we were created to be. So way to go, Anita. Proud of you. You have come so far over the last 5-6 months. It's unbelievable. You are healing. You are gaining confidence. It's just amazing. I admire you. Keep up the good work. Thanks, everyone.